You know, have you ever wondered if music could be, well, more than just art? Like, what if it's an actual science, a kind of technology for influencing our minds and our bodies in these incredibly precise ways? Well, today we're going to dive right into that because we're exploring the ancient system of Indian ragas. And this is a language of sound that's so sophisticated it sees music not just as entertainment, but as a literal map to consciousness itself.
Yeah, this quote really nails it, doesn't it? A science of the soul. I mean, that's not just some pretty poetry. The ancient masters who developed this system, they genuinely treated sound as a fundamental force of reality. And the raga, that was their tool to harness it. A science of the soul. Think about that for a second.
So, that really brings us to the big question we're tackling in this explainer. What exactly did these ancient masters discover that maybe, just maybe, we've forgotten? We're kind of going on a journey here to uncover this lost knowledge, a sonic science that saw the human body and mind as an instrument, just waiting to be perfectly tuned.
Okay, so first things first. Before we can even begin, we have to completely rethink what a raga even is. Seriously, it's so much more than just a melody or a scale. I mean, calling it a scale is like calling a human being a collection of cells. It's technically true, but it misses the entire point. I love this definition from way back in the 9th century. It just gets right to it. That which colors the mind. So you see, a raga isn't just a random set of notes. No, it's a prescription. It's a behavioral code that tells you exactly how to use those notes to create a very specific state in the listener, both psychologically and physically. It's literally a tool for engineering a feeling.
So the big question is, how on earth does it do that with such incredible precision? Well, to really get a raga's power, we need to zoom in. I mean way in. We've got to go down to the atomic level of sound, to these tiny little things called shrutis. Okay, get this. Around 200 BCE, this sage named Bharata Muni, he was basically a scientist of sound. He conducts this incredibly elegant experiment. He didn't just guess or theorize. Nope, he empirically proved that within a single octave, the human ear can actually hear 22 distinct microtonal steps. And these aren't just random mathematical points, you guys. They are the absolute fundamental building blocks of musical emotion.
And here, this is where it gets absolutely incredible. These 22 shrutis, they weren't just cold, scientific points on a frequency graph. Oh no. Each one was given a name, an identity. It was like a complete emotional vocabulary. Just take a look at Shruti number 5, Deyavati. Its name literally means the compassionate one.
And this just shows you how deep this system goes. You have Davavati for compassion, Raudri for that fierce heart-striking emotion, Kshiti for feeling grounded and stable. And this is just a tiny sample. What you're looking at is basically a periodic table of feeling, where each of these 22 sonic atoms was scientifically observed to have a very specific, repeatable effect on the human nervous system.
Okay, so you've got these sonic atoms, right? The 22 shrutis. So what do you do with them? How do you build something? Well, that's where we go from the shrutis to the actual notes, which are called swaras. And this is the step where that precise vocabulary gets used to build an entire language of feeling.
Now, this is a really crucial point. You might listen to this kind of music and your first thought might be, hey, that sounds kind of out of tune. But it's not. It's just using a totally different tuning system. Think of it like this. Western music slices the octave into 12 mathematically equal steps. It's convenient for changing keys, but the intervals aren't acoustically pure. The Indian system, it uses pure natural ratios, the actual physics of sound, because its goal isn't convenience. Its goal is maximum emotional and physiological resonance.
And just look at the insane level of specificity this allows. Check this out. We're looking at two versions of the same note, the 7th note, ni. They're just a few microtones apart. But the lower one, komalni, that's for gentle surrender. It's meant to physically calm your nervous system. The slightly higher one, shuddhani, is for forceful transcendence. It's designed to activate neurological centers at the crown of the head. I mean, that is an absolutely astonishing level of precision.
So, where does all this lead? What's the big payoff? Well, this is it. This is really the climax of this ancient science. This whole system, it's not just about what you hear in your ear or what you feel in your mind. It's a literal, vibrational map of the human body itself. And the ancient texts are super clear about this. This is not a metaphor. They claim that each and every note directly resonates with a specific nerve plexus in the body, what they called a chakra. For example, they observed that the note ga physically vibrates the solar plexus. The note pa vibrates the throat.
This isn't mysticism, it's a system of applied physics, using sound to quite literally stimulate the body.
And here it is. This is the master blueprint. What you're looking at right now is the whole system integrated. It's a complete map that links sound, the body, and emotion. You can see how each note or swara is connected to a physical spot, a neurological target, and a primary emotional state, or rasa, which is a beautiful word that means something like essence or flavor. It's basically a sonic anatomy chart perfected over thousands of years.
Okay, I know what you might be thinking. This is an extraordinary set of claims, right? I mean, it sounds amazing, but this is the million-dollar question. Can any of this actually be verified today? Does modern science find any truth in this ancient system?
And the answer, which is pretty remarkable, is yes. Just look at this. These are just a few modern clinical studies that are validating what's now called raga therapy. We're talking about specific ragas being shown to significantly lower blood pressure, help people fall asleep almost 20 minutes faster on average, and even reduce symptoms of depression at a level comparable to psychotherapy. So this isn't some new age fad. It's an ancient science being proven out by modern clinical methods.
Which brings us all the way back to the deep philosophy that underpins this entire science. The idea is called Nada Brahma, which means simply, sound is God. The universe is sound. And if you start from that premise, if that's true, then a raga stops being just a piece of music. It becomes a window, a direct window into the very fabric of reality itself.
And that leaves us with one last big question to think about. If there's even a little bit of truth to this, if music really is a precise science for interacting with our own consciousness, with our own biology, then what does that say about all the music we listen to every day? And maybe more importantly, what have we forgotten how to hear?